and welcome back to Try Hard Tuesdays. I'm your prismatic host, Troubadour, and I got a fun team for y'all today. Today's video, we're once again in the standard customs arena, using a synergy that honestly, it saw most of its popularity right after Danger Pack came out. But, you know, Danger Pack hasn't really received any balance changes, so this pet is just as strong as it was before. We are going to be using the Geometric Tortoise. Now, for those that don't know, Geometric Tortoise is a new pet that they added with the Danger Pack. There's a really unique ability. Whenever it is hurt, it'll deal 33% of the damage it took back to the enemy as a random snipe. So say it takes like 50 damage. It'll deal, what, 13 damage? Hopefully I did quick maths. No, 16 damage. Okay, I'm bad at maths. Anyway, 16, 17 damage to a random enemy. So basically, its damage scales based off of the enemy's attack rather than its own or anything else. So unlike Blowfish, it doesn't really have synergy with things like Elephant or Lamprey or even really Hedgehog, but it can be really good against, you know, highly scaled enemies and kind of using that against them, especially if you use something like a pepper or a mushroom on it that can make it take a lot of damage more than once. You can use it a lot of times. And that's kind of the idea behind this team. So right after the Danger Pack came out, you started seeing these kind of teams pop up in customs a whole lot. Ones that basically featured, sorry to stop for a second. Yoguru using Darwin's Fox? I thought Yoguru just played summons. That's crazy. I didn't even notice that when I was playing. That's crazy. What was I saying? The Geometric Tortoise. You saw a lot of these kind of teams using Geometric Tortoise with Mushroom and Seagull to make it resummon, and hopefully if the enemy had a high attack, they would basically just completely delete the enemy team by resummoning a level 3 Geometric Tortoise over and over. Because while at level 1, the Geometric Tortoise does 33% of the damage it took back as a snipe, at level 3, it deals 100% damage back as a snipe. So basically, you take 50 damage, you'll do a giant 50 damage snipe to someone on the enemy team. Doesn't matter what your Tortoise's stats were. So it's pretty darn good. Now, we got a really lucky stoat into the Seagull here, and then we get level 2 Gelada along with the Rice. Dude, Seagull Rice is still just amazing as ever. Seagull, honestly, one of the most fun pets in the game. Definitely like top 3 most fun. Yo, Happy Feet with the Sloth. Hope you got it all the way. Don't know, but I mean, maybe Happy Feet's watching, they'll comment, but pretty cool. Don't see a sloth in the arena every day. Geometric Tortoise cleans them up though. We got really lucky with the, stow into Seagull, and because of that, with this Rice, we're able to do a bunch of buy-sell shenanigans, get a lot of triggers, and a lot of gold efficiency as well. I mean, look at this. Get to do so many things. I got a crow, I got a flounder trigger, I got a cow, and now my Geometric Tortoise is already level 2.3. And I can see it doing a little more damage. Now it's doing 66% of the damage it took as a snipe, which is pretty darn good, but things are gonna only go up from here. Now, before I get into the end game, when things really start to pop off, I want to give a shout out to Metabrusque for posting a Geometric Tortoise Seagull team literally while I was recording for this video. Like, I was like, oh, cool. I'm not the only one trying to go for this. So I'll link Metabrusque's video in the description. And I'm sure some other YouTubers also did Mushroom, Seagull, Geometric Tortoise stuff back when it was a lot newer. I just wasn't one of those people. I was mainly focusing on playing standard Danger Pack. But you know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. And I desperately wanted a Try Hard Tuesdays video for this week. It's been like a month and a half since I've personally had my own team on a Try Hard Tuesdays, actually. We're gonna change the replay speed a little bit here. Literally, like, other than the contest, like my last one that I did, I think, was the Sardinian Current Woodpecker one back when that was bugged. I think that was the last one I personally had a hand in, so that's pretty funny, finally getting back into the swing of things with this. But here we are, turn 11. We hit Mushroom on the Tortoise, which is great. The Tiger will also be a little nice. Look at that, the African Wild Dog Snipe. Look at that, deal 100% damage back as a snipe. So we take 17 damage, we do a 17 damage snipe. That's pretty awesome, but it's gonna get pretty darn absurd here by putting a Mushroom on the Seagull. So now our Geometric Tortoise is gonna do that many more times during the course of the battle. Now, I'm being careful not to put Mushroom on other pets because I don't want them to waste Seagull triggers. Look at this. It's a gold build Gazelle Manta Ray. Look at that. Take 34 damage. Here, take another 34 damage back at you. You know what? Even better. Let's make my 1/1 do a 34 damage snipe again. And then, yeah, they do 36 damage to me. I'll do it right back at them. Tiger's just a little bonus on top of that. And yeah, basically this build is just a really funny way of dealing with opposing big stats. As long as, you know, you can make sure your seagull doesn't die, you know, early, and so it doesn't waste its mushroom. That sort of thing. But yeah, it's pretty darn good. Face a stall team with Sawfish and Grizzly Bear. That's pretty cool. Could be very threatening, especially if they have, yeah, the Sawfish triggers first. They waste my Seagull trigger, but our Tortoise has enough stats that it actually matters, and we're able to clean up against this Snipe team. Super huge. And then, yeah, we've got just enough to make it through the very end there. And we get through the stall team, not even needing the Seagull, just with the Geometric Tortoise. Now this strategy, I don't know, it's hard to say whether it's stupid, broken, or not. Like, it's definitely got some teams it thrives against compared to others. It definitely feels really annoying to run into one because you feel like you just got cheated out of a win because they just have one pet completely deleting your team because they had a lot of, you know, basically you had a lot of attack, and that you get kind of punished for scaling, you know? It's kind of weird. I don't know if there's any kind of adjustment they can make. So I think within Danger Pack, Geometric Tortoise is totally fine. Super fun pet. I don't think it's broken at all. But when you get to customs and you start doing stuff like this is when it gets a little bit sketchy. I don't know. Let me know y'all's thoughts on Geometric Tortoise and if you think it should have any changes. Here we have a Heartbreaker. If I had a Geometric Tortoise positioned at the front, I think I might have done a little better. I guess it would have taken one more snipe. Maybe not. It would have taken one more snipe for the mana rays. I don't know, that sniping team was giving me the works all day. I was having trouble beating it with this team, but it's all right. We're gonna clean it up on turn 16 here with a third Seagull. So now we have, what, 2 triggers on the level 3 left, 2 triggers on the level 2, and a trigger on the level 1. In addition to the first mushroom, we're gonna get to resummon this thing like a billion times. What do we face in the last turn? It's a scaling team with Rollaway Monkey 2. They got 50 attack on the Peacock. Well, guess what? That's another 50 damage snipe with the Tiger. That's an extra 30 something on top of that, 34. And yeah, like I said, this thing completely deletes scaling builds. Super cool. And that's going to be Try Hard Tuesdays. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll have the pack code in the description for anyone who wants to try this out for themselves. But thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that generic stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video, but until then, as always, stay true.